Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope you're keeping really safe and well. Now today guys, I'm in my office, which is also my grow room, and I'm having a bit of a revamp and rearranging plants and going through them in here and tidying it up. It's a little bit of a mess. And some of the plants I bought down, some succulents, some echeverias and everything, I put into the polytunnel a few days ago now. And there's quite a bit of space left, as you can see here on the table, which is where a lot of them was there. And because I've just put plants everywhere, because I've been moving things around here, I'm going to have a complete revamp and get things that's in the window out and give the window a bit of a clean and put things back again. So we have our grow lights on here. Sun's coming out now. It's typical April showers. 1 minute the sun is out and it's nice and warm, then it goes overcast. I keep having to keep switching the lights on and off. But they're sort of doing really well. The orchids are absolutely growing really well. Got all our ferns under there, again under the grow lights. This is a lovely big alocasia here that is absolutely flourishing. Put a lovely big new leaf out the other day. Very happy. And then here we have our clerodendrums there also, which are growing really well. This one is sort of growing all around the little empty plant stand here, which seems happy enough. And these here, this is one of my epiphyllums that I got from a lovely garden centre in Dublin here in Ireland called Urban Plant Life. And I decided to overwinter this inside the house because it's a little bit extra special, and I was worried it was going to get a bit of leaf damage. It got a little bit of leaf damage last year, so that's going to be going back into the polytunnel probably the next few weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, depending on the weather. And this is a beautiful agave here that was given to us from our wonderful friend Caroline. And this obviously, we've got all our agaves in the polytunnel at the moment, and the only reason why we overwintered this indoors was because we got it from Caroline. She'd had it previously indoors, didn't want to shock it by putting it out into the polytunnel. But that's going to be going out once, probably the next couple of weeks actually, and that's going to be going outside into the polytunnel. And this is a lovely golden bell, one of our white spined ones that was also gifted to us from Caroline, so thank you Caroline, doing very well. This is also going to be going into the polytunnel with all the other echinocacti that we've got. As I say, just overwintered that indoors because it was previously grown indoors from Caroline. I didn't want to shock it by putting it in the polytunnel. But these are going to be going out, so I won't be focusing on these because they're only there for the short term. But all this on here, obviously some of these are Seleniceris, probably be putting them into the polytunnel as well. But for now, because the nighttime temperatures are still quite cool, we've still got the majority of the ones we overwintering in the house, still in the house. They'll probably be here now, probably till May, and then we'll be able to put a lot more back into the polytunnel again. The orchids are going to be staying, obviously, in here in the grow room, and so are the ferns. And some of the other types of plants as well. Got sansevierias over there under the grow lights, but it's a little bit of a mess. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be taking everything off, and then I'm going to give the windows a clean because I'll be too embarrassed to actually take this camera too close to the window because it's just, the windows are filthy. I don't know whether you're the same as me guys, but you know when you grow a lot of plants and you have them all in the windows, especially when you have them on tables like this, you just can't reach them to clean the windows. So the other day somebody said, Lynn, when are you going to do a houseplant update again? And I said, well, I'd be too embarrassed at the moment because the windows are filthy. So I'm going to be taking all these plants out, giving the windows a good clean, putting plants back in the windowsill, and then revamping this. This, as I say, is only going to be for probably another month before I have to take a lot of stuff out back into the polytunnel again. But in the meantime, it just gives a nice month of tidiness while I wait. So there we go, guys. This is what it looks like now. This is my big hanging plant stand here. This is doing very well. And this is a mixture of mostly Ripsalis on here. A few different types, couple of Hylacereus dragon fruits as well, but they're going to be going out into the yard as well as this big hanging plant stand once the chance as frost has gone and the warmer weather comes. This, as you can see, is desperate to be repotted. It's literally jumping out of its pot, so that's going to be repotted in the next few weeks. Probably get it repotted before I bring them out so it has a chance to settle. And the big plant stand there is going to be going out into the yard in probably the next month or two as well, as I say, once the complete chance of frost has gone and we're going to have the warmer temperatures. The weather's been pretty good here in Ireland, in Northern Ireland. The past past few weeks really. It's been fairly dry, and as you can see today, nice and sunny. And although the daytime temperatures are getting quite good, it's still cool of a night time. So obviously, although we have a polytunnel we have a heater in the polytunnel of all the other cacti and succulents, we do keep it at a minimum of 5 degrees Celsius. That 5 degrees Celsius is still too cool for a lot of the ones that like warmer temperatures, such as the Selenicereus here. And many of the Ripsalis can take cold temperatures, but I just think it's easier for us to keep these watered in the winter in the house than if they're in the polytunnel. And some of the more other ones that will be going back out into the polytunnel. So this is it now. And I'm going to show you, going to say take it all onto the floor and do it in stages. I've also got some plants down in the kitchen as well that are actually on our kitchen draining board. Some Slumbergeras and stuff like that. I'm going to be bringing them up here so they're all together until they can go into the polytunnel. So here we go, guys. This is it all now. I'm going to take everything off the tables. Just while I'm cleaning, I just want to show you these 2 Slumbergeras. Absolutely gorgeous. And these, I'm not joking you, they're 2 little cuttings. They have been flowering on and off since October. And it's now April now. And just look at that beautiful white flowering one there with a lovely pink in the middle. And this one here is the Slumbergera froni. It has a massive bloom. It bloomed, I think, in the December time and the January. And it's now re-blooming again. Absolutely gorgeous. And so that's all the orchids off the table there. I've got 3 more orchids downstairs in the kitchen. One is still in bloom, and the other 2 are still coming to the end of the bloom. So I think I might bring them up as well, and then put them all together, and then put them all onto this tray there where there was before. Just going to rearrange them so they look a little bit more tidier. And then I'm going to take the rest of this off. I'm going to take it all off and then decide where to put what. Now that's that end corner of the window all nice and clean. So now I can put some more of the plants back into the window. Now that's a selection of plants there I've put into the window, and I decided to put some of the Prescias and Ocotillo in the window there because they're going to need more, ideally them a bit more sun. And I rearranged some of the cacti around here on the windows, and that's some of our other Prescias, but because they're quite leafy and large, I'm going to be keeping these on the trays. And it's my lovely Hoya Kerry here. This is absolutely gorgeous, and probably in the probably when I repot this probably soon, I'm going to put this into a hanging basket. But for now, it sort of looks nice there because it's sort of bendy. I've got the plants sort of woven in between them, and this here, and I put my little baby Astrophytum little seedlings there. They need a little bit more shade, but they're going to get direct sun as well, but not directly on the windowsill. And my little Urbomania there as well. So this is a good sunny position here. And made this space. I'm going to be keeping, these are my Presciopsis cacti there. And these are obviously going to be giving lots away to some of the Cactus Society people here and some friends as well. But for now, they're sort of all doing okay there. I'm going to keep them there because they're sort of in a good position. They do well under the little LED grow light there. I'm going to be keeping the ferns as they are because I think it's easier that they stay there. And my lovely big Alocasia there. Probably be when I bring some of the plants out, that can also go out. But for now, that's doing well under the grow lights. So one of the things I'm going to do is put the orchids back on here. And just been going through the orchids and removing any sort of dead leaves and things like that, and then putting them back. And then I may probably put the some of the Slumbergeras and the small ones and the cuttings on here, and that's what I'm going to do next. So next job is the orchids, which are all on here. As I say, I've got a couple downstairs as well. I'm going to bring them all up so they're all together. And I'm going to show you what they look like when they're on the tray. Tra-la! That's all the orchids all put away, rearranged. I went through them all and removed a lot of all the dead leaves and dead flower spikes and everything like that. And this is the tray now. I'm going to probably put my Slumbergeras on here because I keep all the ones that are more epiphytic, that need more watering all together because it's easier. And it's got a lovely selection of all my orchids, all blooming beautiful at the moment. Phalaenopsis, so different varieties, and Dendrobium nobile there, as you can see, and another lovely white flowering phal there, and another lovely Dendrobium nobile as well, blooming beautiful. And it's good that better displayed like that because it's much nicer to see them all as well. Look at that as well. And also I've noticed my Psychopetalum is coming into bud. Really pleased because when it was all packed how it was, I never even noticed that. So now I've been able to prune back dead leaves. I've seen the lovely new flower spike coming up on there, very exciting, and loads and loads and loads of buds coming up. So they're doing really well. My other phal as well, loads of buds coming up on that. So all blooming beautiful. So it looks far nicer to have them all displayed. So that's all the orchids put away. So I bought some that I had downstairs as well. So now they're all in one place. And now what I'm going to be doing now is putting all the some of the small Slumbergeras that I've got here. As I say, I've got this one here. I've got my Orange Brazil over there as well. I might put some of the little Ripsalidopsis small ones as well all together, but group them all together. I've also got some small Slumbergeras also downstairs that I'll bring up as well, and then I'm going to put them onto that tray and show you what it's like when it's done. There you go, that's the second and also the third side of the table done. So that's all the orchids done. And what I've done here with the second table, I've got some of the orchids at the back, and then I've got a mixture of some of the small growing Slumbergeras here, different types, and some cuttings as well I've got on the go, and some Ripsalidopsis Slumbergera cuttings, and I put the orchid flowers around it as well, which is lovely. And then here I've got my lovely Hoya, which is also coming into flower spike, which is very exciting. And a couple of mixture of different things there. And I've got some of my my seedlings that are on the go that are still in the baggies. I've got Lophophora, Ariocarpus and Setiechinopsis all on the go there, still in the baggies. And I've got the mixture of a few different, as I say. This is Ripsalidopsis, the miniature version of the Easter cactus. I've got another bigger one over there. And then some little Ripsalis over here. And then here I've got the Ceropagia woodii, the string of hearts. I've got the variegated one and the all green one, and I've wrapped the all green one here around the grow light lead because I just secured it on there. So I did have it hanging before, but now it's got a little bit of a trellis to keep it out the way. And then this is another Ceropagia. I've got sort of cuttings as well. This one is Ceropagia, I'm not sure which one that is. Yeah, Ceropagia nilulta as well. This, it doesn't look very interesting at the moment, but it is actually one of the Ceropagias. I've got cuttings on the go there, and some. Then I've got my little Ripsalidopsis Easter cactus seedlings there, and some of my, these are Orange Brazil Slumbergera seedlings, which are from this mother plant here. And then I've got my Slumbergera seedlings also from my big mother plant that's in the polytunnel, and a little baby Lophophora williamsi seed that actually got in there and germinated, and that's doing very well there. Obviously I'm going to be separating that in the coming weeks. So that's that all done. This is my Slumbergera punctioides, which is called a punctioides because it resembles the puncture prickly pear appearance, but it's a Slumbergera that's making a really good recovery because that had spider mite a few months ago, and I had to treat it with a neem oil, and it's recovered really well. As you can see, three new little shoots there, so everything's going to be pretty good there. So that's that. And what I've done, obviously it might look a little bit overcrowded, but as I mentioned earlier, some of this is going to be going into the polytunnel in the coming weeks, and then there'll be more space again to spread everything out. But because they're all sort of similar in their watering requirements, it's good I keep them all together as well. Now I'm just left to sort out all of this on this side. So I've got this table to sort out, this one and then that one. But there's quite a bit of space, as you can see, so no problem there. And now I'm going to start on this table. I might keep these, these are Seleniceriuses, and again they're sort of similar requirements. They're like a little bit more humidity and watering as well, so I'm trying to keep all the epiphytic types all together. So I may keep these as they are, but just tidy up a little bit and show you what it looks like when it's all done. Now that's all of this this one done as well, and what I've done, I've just tidied up the Selenicerius and the Piniocereus and all of them, and I put one of the Hylocereus types here and one of the little Hylocereus, commonly known as a dragon fruit, seedlings there. So it looks a bit better, a bit tidier, more space around. I've got the little Piniocereus, little seedlings there, still in the baggies. I've got them there. So they're sort of all similar plants all together. And I put my Nepenthes the picture plants here in the front there. My old Ripsalidopsis that I repropagated from cuttings in there, and the Perescias there, and a couple of the epiphyllums that I've got here that weren't doing too well in the polytunnel, so I brought them in. They were going a bit yellow and I pruned them back a bit. They're greening up a lot now, as you can see, but these I'm keeping in here. So that's that, and then I'm going to sort, all I've got left then is this table here, which is a mixture of some different types of Hoyas and some Sansevierias, so and then Peresciopsis at the end. So I'm going to tidy this up here now and show you what it looks like when it's done. I'll just show you this plant here. This is called a Cissus succulent, very unusual indeed. I absolutely love this plant, and as you can see, I love the sort of jointed type of stems on it, and it has leaves. It's one of the leafy succulents, and it's just suddenly put out a load of new growth recently. As you can see there, it grows almost like a little vine there with its little leaves. Absolutely gorgeous. So I have that sort of tied up on there, nestled against one of our Sansevierias. So there we go. I'm going to show you what it looks like when this is done, and then that's the whole lot done then. Woohoo, that's it all done now, and as you can see, complete revamp, and it's just so good to go through all the plants and check for any signs of pests and to prune any dead leaves away. And that's all the extra space there, so that's good if I want to do any spring propagation. And got a few of the Sansevierias there, and my big old ficus in the corner there. And what I'm going to be doing now is pushing the trolley back with the other plants on, with these here. I'll just show you these. Going to put that back, and then give it a bit of a clean up the floor and everything, show you the complete end result. Now that's it, the finished result. My little office, and also my grow room with everything rearranged in here, and I think it definitely looks a lot better, and it was just so good to go through all the plants and give everything a good sorting out and rearranging and checking for bugs and all the other things. And as I say, some of these cacti are also going to be coming out into the polytunnel in the next few weeks. There'll be a lot more space again. And I've got my little table there where I could use it for propagating seedlings and cuttings and everything like that under the grow lights. And as I say, these three are going to be coming out in the next few weeks anyway. And the plant stand is doing really well, as always. That's going to be going out into the yard in the next few weeks as well. So guys, I hope you like that little video, a bit of a video vlog of me rearranging everything in the office. I just love to share it with you all when I go and do it, and I really love going through all the plants and rearranging and things like that. Keeps me out of mischief, as I say. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to check out my website, if you want to know a little bit more on growing cacti and succulents, please do, desertplantsofavalon.com, and don't forget to click that notification bell and also subscribe. I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until my next video, bye.